taking me away, somewhere I want to be without you. I'm learning how to breathe. It seems to be so slow. My life is getting colder. I'm learning how to live in this world that is asleep. I wanna feel that I'm the reason. Sad emotions every season. I want to feel your love in the darkness falling down. Don't be afraid to be so true. Just know that the reason is you. I don't wanna say that I can find a way to give much joy to other people, to feel the love they're giving me. I know that it's not right to run away and hide, to act like I'm a single person, like I don't need anyone. I'm learning how to live in this world that is asleep. I wanna feel that I'm the reason for sad emotions every season. I want to feel your love in the dark.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, or good evening.
Hello.
Today's date is Saturday, June 22nd, 2024. We are coming to you live from Powell River, British Columbia, Canada. Welcome to our YouTube channel and support group, The Cognitive Nomad. I'm your host and facilitator, Larry Giroux, and my co-host today is my beautiful and loving wife, Ananda. And yes, that is with an N. That's not a typo, not Amanda, Ananda with an N. How you doing, love? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
You doing good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. This is the place where I share my journey with mental health struggles and spreading awareness. We at Cognitive Nomad want to foster a supportive community and break mental health stigmas along the way. We go live every Saturday with the Cognitive Nomad Show at 2 p.m. Eastern or 11 a.m. Pacific. That's why I'm saying good morning and good afternoon. For those that are new here, I started this channel in hopes of spreading awareness about mental health and its struggles, a place where you can all come and support each other in a loving and compassionate way. Please join our online peer support Facebook group for mutual assistance and travel inspiration and any other supports that are needed along the way. This is the link to the Facebook group there. Subscribe and follow now for empathy, adventure, and advocacy. And we want this to be a community-driven channel where we all of us can support each other, each of us, all of us, in a loving and caring and compassionate way. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please consider doing so. This helps the channel out tremendously. While you're at it, hit the bell notification so you can be notified of new content coming out or when we go live again. Please consider sharing our channel out to someone who you may believe that might be able to benefit from our group. Also, please check out my other channel called Plump Travelers, which focuses on accessible travel, providing insights into disability-friendly destinations and cruising tips. That is the link to the Plump Travelers YouTube channel. And lastly, I just wanted to put in here mental health. The link below is a link to online professional help if you need any help. BetterHelp is a mental health platform that provides direct online counseling and therapy services via web or phone, text, or communication. It is a paid service, a monthly paid service, but it's being sponsored by so many YouTube channels are being sponsored by BetterHelp. So which means that a lot of people out there are trying it and they swear by it. It's not because it's a paid advertisement or anything. It's the real truth that's being sent out there. And so I have applied, but it's out of my price range. But hey, it's still worth it if you need a resource out there. And all links will be in the description below. And lastly, how was your week? Any struggles you would like to talk about? Let us know in the comments, please, right now. I'm going to be going right into the chat here in 2 seconds. And I wanted to ask my wife, how was your week, love?
It was good. I can't ever remember the week, so
Yeah.
yeah.
You don't remember the week. You
No.
don't remember us going out to breakfast. You don't remember me going to the doctor. You know, some positive things. What's some positive things that's happened throughout your week?
Yeah, we did all those things.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Come on, Mom. You know, like you're not a deer in the headlights.
Yeah,
You know what you're talking about.
I can't remember the week.
So, is there anything that
They're all just the same.
that help you, feel good about your week?
No.
I didn't do anything nice for you or anything.
No.
Okay, guys, she's fired. You're fired. Okay, fine. I'll talk about my week. I'm having a pretty good week, guys. I'm finding out that I might be able to apply for these 2 different jobs that will help Ananda and I get out of the house. Oh, and Ananda said she's going to apply for a certain job, but that's not a good positive thing there. Like, that's just a negative thing there. No, can't talk about that. Yes. Oh, and Ananda and I, for the last couple of nights, have been going out for some walks. I haven't been out yet, so I will. We went for a walk on our local waterfront trail that I shared a live feed with one day. Not yesterday, but we just went for a walk yesterday. And yeah, that's about it. That's all the positive things. Yeah. We live a really crappy life here in Palm River. It's the worst, guys. Right now it is, the last I looked, it was, 64 degrees Fahrenheit, with a little bit of overcast. Right now it is, let me see, it is 66, partly cloudy. Or for you Canadians, it is 19 degrees with partly cloudy.
It's been hot though.
Yes, and it's really hot. I got a fan on me and we're roasting here. We got the ACs
days.
blasting and stuff. So lastly, here we go. Today's topic is mental health trivia. I made up some trivia questions just like on my other channel. How much do you know about mental health, guys? Join the fun and play to find out more. We're going to chat. Let's see what's going on in the chat. There's been some chitty chatter going on in there. Who's that?
It's Don lurking.
You can say whatever.
Hi, Don.
I need a drink.
Hanks.
Who's Hanks? Don, is that your new boyfriend?
Tom. Hi, Dewey.
Oh, she's trying to hint. It's her new boyfriend's name.
Good afternoon, psychos.
Oh, see, there's the psycho there. Oh, Dewey, by the way, I do not believe any of your bingo is #rigged, okay? I'm on your side, Dewey. I will never, ever think that anything is there. That is just me doing the, what's it called? Banter with Billy. Everybody else banters with Billy, so I just throw that in there. So, yes, I know your bingo is not rigged, Dewey.
Everything's rigged.
Your bingo is awesome, and as you notice, I come to your bingo every week. Ananda doesn't, so you're going to have to talk to Ananda about that.
If it was up to Captain, everything would be rigged.
Yeah, of course. But, Dewey, you got to get on Ananda's case of getting her into bingo.
Yeah, I listened to it.
Yeah, you do. Who told you? You're not helping me so I can take drinks of my coffee. I've been talking. You get to talk.
Shh, it's a secret. Cindy, that's why I fit in so well. Psychic psychos.
You are so easy. You're sounding robotic here.
I told you I'm not feeling well today. That's not fair.
Oh, and I don't care about you not feeling well. More like psychotic. Do I need 2 devices? Yes, you do, Cindy. If you're going to play, there's only 2 people here. Oh, everybody's coming and going. That's okay.
Yeah, there's not going to be enough to play trivia. That's
okay. I'll even play too if it has to. Very true. Here we go. I can't have, or I mean party all by myself. 87 where Spotty Sprinkles.
And no, I'm not at the ice cream shop.
I like how he says Spotty Sprinkles. Sounds so, anyway. T. Hanks. Oh, okay. It's hard enough to run the bingo game the right way without trying to rig it. I know. I agree, Dewey, just like I got to do with my trivia coming up.
It is Don.
And there's Mike.
Hey,
Mike. Okay, here we go.
Welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna set up the game here since we're already down at the bottom.
Maybe you should wait and see if more people come in.
Why?
There's only like 2 people.
That's okay. You will make 3. Mike, are you going to play bingo or bingo? Are you going to play trivia that we got? It's mental health trivia. It's pretty simple.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. My apologies, Lorraine. This is Lorraine. My apologies, Lorraine. Please forgive me. This is Lorraine, traveling with special abilities.
Yes.
Welcome in, Lorraine. Sorry. This is today's topic, Lorraine. It is travel trivia or travel. We're all. I guess it's one of those bad days that you always have.
Well, it was a full moon, really strong strawberry full moon last night.
And what's that got to do with it?
Well, it's the energy. It's full moon from the solstices.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, it messes everything up.
It does?
Yeah.
A strawberry messes up everything. So my strawberry that you put in my fruit last night is messing everything up. Is that what you're saying? I see. Okay, let me set up this.
Lorraine, do you have 2 devices to play trivia?
I don't know. Well, actually, just so I can give some more time here. Give me a second here. I'm gonna share a thing that I had set up for a long time and I never did it. It's just a quick little what's these called? PowerPoints that I created, and I'm not great with making PowerPoints, so it's just something quick and simple that I made just to give some information. That's what I said about the channel. I'm just about spreading awareness about mental health and stuff. So these are little things. It's not going to be long. It's going to be a quick thing here about men's mental health, by the way. Let me set it up here. Where is it?
It's going to have to be women's turn next because you've done men's
Well,
menopause.
I know. So right now, but it's cognitive nomad. Okay, you're my assistant. Okay, but yes, I will bring up women's. This is all planned. Okay, my love. Are you okay with that, my love?
That's okay, Lorraine. You could still play in the comments.
All right. Oh, there we go. We'll bring it back up to there. Welcome to Unveiling Men's Mental Health, Breaking the Silence. Societal expectations and traditional masculinity. Pressure to conform to traditional masculinity. I want you to read some of this too, love. Here, start right here.
Example, men feeling compelled to hide emotions or vulnerabilities to maintain an image of strength. Stigma surrounded seeking help for mental issues. Example, fear of being seen as weak or inadequate for admitting to struggling with mental health. Consequences of conforming to societal expectations. Example, increased stress and emotional turmoil from suppressing natural emotions and needs.
Yeah, so what I just wanted to say to this thing, I grew up with 5 sisters and a mother. My father passed away when I was 7 years old, so I never had no father figure, no manly thing in my life. I also was married for 18 years and had 2 daughters, so basically I've been around women all my life, and so I'm in touch with my I guess female side of
he's more feminine than me.
I'm more feminine.
Emotion.
That's why a lot of people think I'm gay and all that kind of stuff, which is fine. If you want to think I'm gay,
you're gay. Nobody.
It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I'm not, but that's okay if you want to think that way. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of men out there, they have that machoism out there, and they're afraid to talk about mental health. And I want to come on here and show you guys that it's okay to talk about mental health, guys. If you choose to not talk about it, that's your own choice. But it's not healthy for you keeping it inside. It needs to be shared. It needs to be talked to, not necessarily online or anything, but it needs to be shared with somebody that you can trust or something like that, or a professional, all that. I highly recommend you get that, because it's been so great for me to reach out. My wife has helped me with a lot of things, coming out of my shell and all that kind of stuff. And it's amazing when we are able to talk about things and stuff. And it's like, as they said back in the 60s, burning the bra, liberation. that's how it feels like that now that I can talk about things and not be ashamed. And I'm still like, I've never really had a problem with talking, but there's been things that I've never talked about all my life. And so now recently I've been talking them over with Ananda and other people, and it feels really good to talk about things, man. So that's what I want to say with that. So I'm going to get you to say this part.
Masculinity is a set of attributes, behaviors, and roles associated with men and boys. Masculinity can be theoretically understood as socially constructed, and there is also evidence that some behaviors considered masculine are influenced by both cultural factors and biological factors.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of things out there. People are just, suck it up, buttercup. Hey, you tough it out. You're a man. Get out there and do things and stuff. Okay, you know what? Men struggle just as much as women do. We just deal with things differently. Women are more emotional and they're in touch with their emotions, whereas guys, you know what? We gotta tough it out, man. Suck it up. Take the pain. Work. Be tough, right? And that's not the case. That's not fair to us men to be able to be bullied into thinking that we can't talk about our emotions. Can you read that?
Stigma surrounding vulnerability. Example, men hesitating to seek help for fear of being judged or ridiculed by peers. Lack of accessible resources tailored to men's needs. Example, limited availability of mental health services that address the specific challenges faced by men. Cultural and society norms that discourage emotional expression. Example, belief that expressing emotions is a sign of weakness, leading men to suffer in silence rather than seeking support.
That's right. Yeah, it's to me, that's being bullied. Like there's a culture out there that men teach their kids to suck it up and stop worrying about your emotions, man, and that's not fair. That's abuse, in my opinion. You're abusing your children. You're not allowing them to deal with life's problems. Everywhere, life is full of problems. Every single human being on this planet has a problem that they have to deal with, and that's not fair to say to your child, "Suck it up, buddy." You know what I mean? Get over it.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's what I'm seeing, all that. And so I just want to encourage you guys, if you have things that you're just hiding and you don't want to talk about them, find somebody that you can trust, that professional or a loved one or whatever. Just talk about it. You don't need to fix the problem. It's not about fixing your problem. It's just talking about your problem. Get it out there and just saying, this is how it feels. It hurts me. It hurt me that this happened to me or that happened to me or whatever. Barriers. Social stigma is the disapproval of or discrimination against an individual or group based on perceived characteristics that serve to distinguish them from other members of society. Lack of accessible resources. Lack of resources usually means lack of time, people, and or money. Cultural and societal norms. Rules or expectations of behavior and thoughts based on shared beliefs within a specific culture or social group. Yeah, where the lack of resources, like it's sad. Like where we live in Powell River, we live in a small landlocked town. It's like, so we're very limited on the resources, where somebody say like Dewey, where you live in Fort Lauderdale, you have access to so much resources to reach out and find something, you know what I mean? Whereas us, Ananda and I, we need a little bit of marriage counseling, and we can't find a marriage counselor in Powell River because they're way too expensive out of our price range. And so, we have to go online. That's why I was checking out this BetterHelp that I was sharing there earlier. It's pretty tough, but we still have each other. We still got the support. We got everything going on in that sense. And we're dealing with whatever we can, and we're pushing through. We're doing really good, I say. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, my name is Larry. I'm a man who struggles with mental health. There we go, guys. I struggle with mental health issues, right? I'm not afraid to say it, and I'm proud to say what it is. I'm not looking for sympathy or anything. It's to get it outside of myself, right? I can't deal with those problems. I can't fix them. I can fix them with help. I'll let you read it.
Consequences of untreated mental health conditions. Impact on relationships and social interactions. Example, strained relationships with partners, friends, and family members due to untreated mental health issues. Effects on physical health and over well-being. Example, increased risk of developing physical health problems such as high blood pressure and heart disease due to chronic stress. Higher likelihood of substance abuse and self-destructive behaviors. Example, turning to alcohol or drugs as a coping mechanism to numb emotional pain caused by untreated mental health conditions.
Yeah, so the first one there, impact on relationships. So Ananda and I, like, without me knowing, I didn't know I was been dealing with BPD, borderline personality disorder, all my life. I didn't know that. I didn't understand it and stuff until I was talking to my psychiatrist about other things, and they've helped me, and including Ananda has helped me to understand there's a lot of things that's happened in my past that is affecting my future right now. And it's affecting my relationship with Ananda. Sometimes I'll get irritable or something, and I'll get mad, and I yell at her. Like, I will never hit her or anything, but I yell at her, and I feel bad, but it's not purposely done. These are unhealthy behaviors that I've learned over my life to be able to deal with certain things that happened with borderline personality disorder based on abandonment issues, right? If we're fighting and it feels like Ananda's going to leave me, right? And I feel, lost and lonely and stuff. And so, I go right back inside of myself, and I hide and go into my bedroom and stuff. And you guys don't get to see that kind of thing going on behind the camera, but these things do happen, right? And so, but by reaching out to somebody, I'm able to deal with this better. And that's why we're taking what they call DBT, dialectical behavior training. Both of us, Ananda and I, are doing that. That physical health and overall well-being, same thing. Yeah, that's been going on there. And then, sorry, wrong one. The same with the substance abuse. I used to do drugs. Ananda used to do drugs. We might say it was for, recreational purposes or whatever. Yeah, that's all part of it. But believe it or not, there is still a part of it if it's causing you negativity. If you're going out and having a social drink or a social joint over the weekend, I actually have no problem with that. I do have a problem with functioning alcoholics or drug addicts or addicts in alcoholics. I'm not saying that with the people. I'm talking about with the issues here. We tend to go to somewhere to hide all the pain that we're hiding. We don't want to deal with the pain. It's easier to go get high or go get drunk or whatever and party, and there our problems are gone and stuff. And so I get into that. But both of us, Ananda and I, we both have made the decision to stop all that kind of stuff. Now, I do have a drink. I have social drinks. I don't smoke any drugs or do any other kind of drugs or cigarettes. That's what I was trying to bring up. But I'll have a social drink. I just a small little bottle of Malibu rum so I can have a little drink, a social drink. It's not a problem. But when it starts affecting your life in a negative way, that's a problem. And so a lot of people don't really realize that that's a problem. They don't see it as a problem. They just think it's normal in life that it's okay to go get drunk all the time and every weekend getting parties, right? All right, I need you to just deal with that. Sorry.
Consequences of untreated mental health conditions can result in unnecessary disability, unemployment, substance abuse, homelessness, inappropriate incarnation, and suicide, and poor quality of life. Yeah,
it's a lot of people. I was actually going to share it a while ago. I have a friend, and it's a really sad story. So let me bring up one thing. Oh, I don't even have it in here. I need to bring that over here. Not graphic warning, but it might trigger people, but I'm just giving you the warning now. Actually, I need to bring up this. Actually, this will help. Where is it? Where's my overlays? Right here. Here we go. Disclaimer: the information on this channel is provided as an information resource only, is not to be used or relied on for any diagnostic or treatment purposes. It is also important to never self-diagnose yourself or try to diagnose anyone without proper training. Please consult your healthcare provider before making any healthcare decisions or for guidance about a specific medical condition. Cognitive Nomad expressly disclaims responsibility and shall have no liability for any damages, loss, injury, or liability whatsoever suffered as a result of your reliance on the information contained on this channel. By joining this group or joining any of its discussions, you agree to these terms and conditions, which may from time to time be changed or supplemented by a cognitive nomad. If you do not agree to the foregoing terms and conditions, you should not enter any of its discussions. So yeah, I just want to say that first. I had a friend who we knew each other quite well. We were young. I was 12 years old when I started getting into trouble and hanging around with the wrong crowds. But this guy that my friend passed away about maybe 10 years ago, he actually committed suicide. I was talking to him the night before he took his own life, and at the time I didn't know all this kind of stuff, and all for many years I didn't know that he was struggling with mental health. And one of the things I need to say into there, maybe 10 years before that, his mother had hung herself as well, and I knew the family quite well. And they treated me like one of their sons and everything. And so, yeah, the mother hung herself. And then 10 years later, one of my best friends had hung himself. And this really bothered me and stuff like this. And so now that I'm way older and stuff, I see a lot of stuff going on. And so we don't see all this stuff going on in people's lives, and I'm trying to come across with this, be aware of other things out there. Just because somebody's smiling or laughing and joking doesn't mean they're not having a bad day. Homelessness. I've been homeless basically all my life. I've been in and out of homeless shelters and stuff. I was incarcerated when I was younger. It's tough. And it was based on not getting any help. There you go.
Consequences of untreated mental health conditions. Impact on relationships.
Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, sorry. My apologies, love. Please forgive me. Here. Oh, no, that was it. Sorry, it was this one. There we go. Sorry, I'm getting used to this one here. Go ahead.
Importance of open dialogue and destigmatization. Yeah. Encouraging open conversations about mental health. Example, promoting discussions about mental health in workplaces, schools, and communities to normalize seeking help. Destigmatizing vulnerability and emotional expression. Example, highlighting stories of men who have overcome mental health challenges by seeking support and sharing their experiences openly. Creating safe spaces for men to seek help without judgment. Example, establishing support groups and online communities where men can connect with others facing similar struggles and receive validation and support.
I saw a comment in here by Mike. So Lorraine, I apologize again. Please forgive me, Lorraine. Not everyone has health coverage. Very true in America. In Canada, we have coverage. No matter what situation you are here in Canada, you have coverage in that sense, but it's very limited. Like, there are marriage counselors, but in our situation, because we're low income, we don't qualify for certain types of help coverage or whatever, like mental health coverage. We do have what they call here in Powell River mental health and addictions, which allows you to have access to a psychiatrist or counselors, but they're very small in what they can help you with and stuff like that. But unfortunately, now I don't know America, Lorraine, and I do know your system is quite tough, and I couldn't imagine how it is. But I do need to say, though, Lorraine, working within Canada also, we have so many resources. Yeah. And the point that I'm making here is there's resources everywhere we go. Every single place we go to, there's always going to be some kind of help out there, be it the Salvation Army, a church, or, there's so many different nonprofit organizations out there where you can go to, will get you in touch with all these different resources. Right now, I have some resources down bottom where you can reach out either in Canada or America and call these numbers and stuff and go to the websites, which will help you to find these resources that you know, if you can't afford the coverage. I have I'm quite well aware of how the system works with people that doesn't have coverage. And it's very difficult, but there's still resources, even if you don't have coverage and that. But I don't know them right now. But if you really need that help, Lorraine, I would be willing to reach out and try to help you to find a resource in because I know you're in Texas. So I would definitely try to help you to find the resources that you need. Okay, let me turn that down. Last one. I think should be the last one here. Hold on. Yeah. I'll let you read it. Sure.
Tailored resources and support. Developing mental health service specifically for men. Example, offering therapy groups or workshops that address issues such as anger management, relationship difficulties, and masculinity. Increasing access to mental health resources for men. Example, providing online resources and helplines that are easily accessible and tailored to the unique needs of men, and empowering men to take charge of their mental health well-being. Example, encouraging men to prioritize self-care practices such as exercise, mindfulness, and seeking professional help when needed.
Hi, Joe. Welcome in.
Hi, Joe.
Just to let you know, right now we're just talking about men's mental health and stuff like that. But we are going to be doing some mental health trivia here. I have it already set up here. I was just waiting for more people to come in here, see if we can get some more players. So yeah, that's why we're doing this little thing. It's almost done here. So just hang tight, Joe. What was I going to say about that? Yeah, so the resource thing. There's always going to be something. Like I'm pretty sure in America there's NA or AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, or Narcotics Anonymous, all those kinds of things. There's all kinds. Now, I don't know in your own small little specific towns, you might have to go outside your town to get the resources. And unfortunately, due to small communities, you can't have all the resources like there are in bigger cities, right? If this mental health is very important to you, I highly suggest maybe trying to move to a closer to a bigger thing where you can have access to all those resources. Unfortunately, you know, like in our case, we need a marriage counselor. We can't, right? So we're dealing with it differently. We're doing this DBT training and stuff like that, even though we still would need a little bit of tiny bit of support. Like we're not having a rough time. We're not having a rough time or anything, but it's still, you know, a little bit of guidance is what we need. So we're working through it, and we're not in a position to move closer to the bigger city right now either, and all that stuff. But there are resources out there. It's just a matter of trying to find them. And to me, it's on the internet. That's how I do it. 40% of men refuse to get help. Men's mental health. 40% of men won't talk to anyone about their mental health. That's a huge number. 40%. This is crazy, guys. Come on. Get out there. Get some help. Talk to it. Speak to a professional. Speak to a loved one, right? You know what I mean? Help doesn't necessarily mean professional help. It's trying to find somebody that's going to help you to work through your stuff. And here's a quote from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who's Canadian, by the way. Your feelings are valid, your struggles are valid, and your mental health matters. You don't have to go through it alone. That's right, guys. You don't have to go through all this crazy crap by yourself, and you don't have to sit there and think you have to be a big macho man because you have a little bit of problems in your life. And this is just a part that was added into this thing that I didn't put it in there. It was the thing. So who's that? So yeah, there we go. Anyway, that's it for this. If you want to contact me through cognitivenomad@gmail.com if you have any questions or concerns or stuff. If you guys need resources in your area, please reach out to me and I will try my best to find the resources that you need. Now, of course, I only get the access to the internet, just like you do, but I'm very good at finding resources. I was a front desk support worker at a homeless shelter, and that was part of my job. The front desk support worker is a glorified security guard, but part of my job also was to support people, and that was talking to them and supporting them like I'm doing here on this channel. But I also helped them to find resources. Hey, Larry, do you know how to get a hold of detox? I need to get into detox. And I would help them find the resources. So I knew pretty much how to, access all the resources within the community. So I'm pretty sure I can try to help you to find your closest resources that you need. So if you need that, just reach out to me if you want. Stop sharing, and that's do the thing. And again, guys, I don't stick to an hour-long show right to the time. You know, I go by ear. So right now we're going to start the trivia, and you get to do your part now. My mouth's really dry. Is there anything new going on here?
Dewey said, and the sad part is many times the symptoms are not apparent to the person they affect, and they do not even know what a life they are missing. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So let me go back and there's Lorraine, not Mike. Sorry, Lorraine. It's Sue. Yes, it is. Yeah. No, not right now. I see. Sad, the blind man, as he grabbed his hammer. My humor sometimes kills. No, it doesn't, Dewey. It doesn't kill me. It might make me kill me by laughing. Not everyone has help. That's right. I know. I hear you, Lorraine. Oh, that's the part you just read. Okay. So we're good. We're caught up. Here we go. Let's get this mental health trivia going here. I have it already set up. Share screen, bada boom, bada bing. You want to explain what we need to do here?
No,
what they need to do? You don't know?
No.
Really? You forgot?
No.
Really? The comments. I need to turn that off. Okay, here we go. My mouth's really dry, love. You need to help me here. All right, here we go. So it is mental health trivia. It's nothing too crazy. Just a bunch of mental health awareness stuff. That's all this really is. Let's bring up my banners. Here we go. Since Ananda's not helping me, I got to do it all by myself. So yeah, today's topic is mental health trivia. So you look at that crazy dude. He's already in there already. So in order to play, you need access to 2 screens, phone, tablet, or PC. Join at play.triviamaker.com and type in the provided code, which is right here on the screen, guys. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's not even coming up. Interesting. 866427. Oh, and this. And Andy can join, guys, because she doesn't know any of the answers. She never comes in here. She lets me do all the work.
So I'll play for fun.
You are all welcome to join in the fun and play along. This is for fun only. No prizes right now. Feel free to post your answers in the comments if you're not registered to play. And lastly, I want Ananda to read this.
I'm joining.
Cognitive nomad is not responsible for wrong or missing answers. We work very hard at researching these topics, and answers will at times come up wrong. Isn't that right, Dewey? You know about that. Same with your Dewey. You make a wrong spelling or all that. So anyway, looks like we got things here. Let me get this music. Gotta have some music. I hate quiet times. Too many crickets. So I'm going to do what I usually do since we're right here. And by the way, there's no. I'm pretty sure all questions has no timer. So I'll wait. If somebody doesn't have an answer or something screws up and your name still stays there and it takes long to go to the end, I can stop that. While that's going on, I'll give you one last thing. There we go. That was my daily inspiration. Let me go back here. Where are we at here? I'm brain freezing now. I lost train of thought. Please forgive me. Oh, that's what I do. I don't have the countdown clock in here. Oh, because this is my first time doing trivia in here. I usually have a 10-second count. So we're going to start right now. Is that too loud, everyone? Can you let me know, please? Huh? What do you mean? How do you? That's your opinion.
Yeah. We have to talk over it.
I can. You can't talk over that? A lot of people don't realize that there is help out there for mental health. Yep, you're right. I'm curious, Joe, because you live in a small town. How is the the resources? Like, I don't know Australia that well, and that's why, Joe, I was saying to Sean from the Down Under Cruisers last night that I love that you guys are all coming on there now and talking about Australia. Is it distracting?
Mm-hmm.
We need to know, like, I personally want to know a lot more about Australia, but it's from the mental health perspective and the travel perspective and all that kind of stuff. And I know you, Joe, come from a small town. So, like, are you guys limited on resources in your town too? Anyway, let's start this. We're going to get this going here. Here we go. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. My little thing I made. There you go. No, you're playing. What is mental health? You don't get to do any of this. The state of psychological and emotional well-being. It's our stress levels, all the negative and positive emotions we have, or a disorder or condition of the brain. Great. Dewey, what's wrong? Did you? Oh no, there. Dewey's got a name. There we go. There we go. Let's see who got this.
The state of.
Whoa! Look at that. I'll get it right. All right, here we go. Everyone has mental health. True or false? I like this better. True.
True.
Everybody got that right. Look at this. See? Which country spends the most on mental health services per capita? Is it Canada, Spain, USA, or Norway? Norway.
Yay, I got that right.
Cindy's at the top with an and. On the list below, what is one way you can take care of your mental health? Binge eating junk food, staying up late, focus on things out of your control, or exercise? Now, guys, I didn't make up these questions, so don't jump on me for this.
D, exercise.
D, exercise. Sorry, I meant to say. Thank you. What does ADHD stand for? Attention Deficit Hate Disorder, Attention Deficit Healing Disorder, Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or Attention Diagnosis Hyperactivity Disorder? Yeah, of course, Don Smith's binge eating.
I agree, Don.
Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder. All right, next up, we got question number 6. Most people with mental illnesses are violent. This is a true or false? Don't mess with me, Dewey. False. Well, keep it out there. Nobody's moving here. Let's go. What is a grounding technique? You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, using the 5 senses to bring your immediate surroundings back into focus, or all of the above? Deep breathing.
Wouldn't it be all of the above?
Nope.
Pretty sure it would.
Actually, you know what, guys? That's wrong. This is what happens. I'll talk about that later.
Yeah, but we didn't read our thing that we can't be held responsible.
That's true. No, I did.
Did we?
Yeah, I did say
Okay.
that. Yeah. Doesn't matter, guys. It's all for fun. If it was in the thing, then there's going to be a lot more. Does Larry have schizophrenia? And I know there's somebody going to get this wrong. No. Who got that wrong? Nobody. What is mental health and wellness? The way your brain acts affects how we think, feel, and act, and helps us determine how we can handle stress, not knowing your thoughts, or knowing about physical illnesses. Affects how we think, feel, and act, and helps us determine how we can handle stress. Oh, nobody's moving there.
We're moving. We're just all the same.
Yeah. What is stress? The body's reaction to any change that requires a response. A normal part of life. The body's reaction with a physical, mental, and/or emotional response, or all of the above. All of the above. Nope, no changing there.
No, everybody keeps getting it right.
Nobody changes there.
Yeah.
What are the three main types of responses to stress? Fright, flee, fight. Fright, freeze, fight. Flight, fight, freeze. Or flight, freeze, run. Flight, fight, or freeze. Ooh, Joe.
Here we go. We got one moving up.
Oh, Dewey went down.
No, he stayed the same.
What is self-care? Taking care of other people, putting other people's needs before your own, putting your needs first and caring for yourself, or taking care of your family. Oh, that was quick. You guys are pretty smart on that one.
You know, without the timer, it doesn't do those odd number points. Like, because the timer, it gives you points for how fast you get the answer, and that's the only difference.
What is anxiety? A feeling and survival instinct, natural response to stressful situations. It is a feeling of fear and or worry of what is about to come or what has happened, or all of the above.
No, I
A
got it.
feeling and survival instinct. All right, let's see. What does the lime green ribbon symbolize? Childhood depression, mental health awareness, ADHD, or addiction? Give you a hint. If you watch my channel, you would know. My other channel. Actually, this one has it on here too. Oh, look at that. Now we're back to normal again. What is the most common mental health disorder in the world? Depression, anxiety, PTSD, or bipolar disorder? Anxiety is the worst, and I hate anxiety. I deal with that, so does Ananda. Ooh, Ananda jumped up over Cindy. Whoa! Which country has the most psychologists per capita? I was surprised with this one. Canada, USA, Argentina, or India? Argentina. Oh, you went ahead, love.
I know.
How many Americans experience a mental health illness in a given year? 43.8 million, 68.2 million, 23.9 million, and 11.2 million.
No.
43.8 million. I actually just wanted to comment to that. So everybody, since we are close neighbors and stuff like that, everybody puts both of our countries like in a cookie cutter answer. America has 380 million. We have 38 million. So there's a lot of things that you need when you're thinking about certain stuff in life. You can't put us. It's not apples to apples or oranges to oranges, they say. So when you hear 43.8 million, well, That would be the whole population of Canada. Right? So actually, that's true. That's actually over almost,
Yeah.
almost the population of Canada with mental illness in America. What state has the lowest reported percent of people living with a mental illness? Pennsylvania, I spelled that wrong. New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Maryland. I might have spelled Massachusetts wrong as well. I was really surprised with that one, being so close to New York.
Oh,
No changes there. 19. How many people say they have experienced mental health stigma? 1 in 5, 2 in 3, 1 in 16, or 3 in 4? Three in 4 people say they've experienced mental health stigma. And the final question is, who is most likely to die from committing suicide? Men, women, or teens? Men.
wow, I would think teens. Crazy.
It's not hashtag Greg or any of that stuff.
Yes.
So that last question. So the last all right, here we go. Stop sharing. There we go. Winner, and Anda. So the last one, I just want to comment on it because I was actually surprised myself.
Yeah.
But it was men.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have thought teens.
I threw that in there actually on purpose because
Maybe they attempt to the most, teens, but they don't. It'd be interesting to see which group attempts the most.
Yeah.
Men probably commit suicide the most because when they go to do it, they probably get it done like the way they try.
Now, I just want to say about suicide and stuff, I'm not no expert in suicide, but I have taken what they call mental health first aid. If for all you guys that have ever taken regular first aid, to help save people, their lives and stuff, well, mental health first aid is basically kind of like the same thing, but in a mental health world. Regular first aid, all it is just to help you to keep a person alive until normal help, or not normal, professional help can come along and help them and take them to the hospital, deal with it. That's your only job, is to keep them alive. That's it. And it's the same kind of concept with mental health first aid. So when you take mental health first aid, they teach you like what is schizophrenia, what is bipolar, like they give you the basics of understanding of mental health and how to deal with it. If somebody's standing on the top of a building and looking down, what do you think they're going to do? Right. Like all those kinds of things that help you to understand that kind of thing. And what's Joe say? I get in touch with you via Facebook with a list of Australian mental. Yes. I'll put them in the links there, Joe. Yes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. Anything you want to talk about, love? I think that's it for us today. Let me close this window. Is there anything else? What's this?
Spit.
What's spit? I'm confused.
I'm confused.
Dewey, you know what? Thank you. Now we're going to have to kill time.
Maybe Dewey's going back and forth between lives and getting confused.
Spit? I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Is he talking about his channel tonight?
Maybe.
Are you talking about that sexual peekaboo channel, Dewey, about tonight, your show tonight at, what time is it? Go ahead, give your thing about your show tonight, Dewey. What's Joe say? Mental health first aid is something I'll be looking into for my work. A lady I volunteer with is a MHFA trainer, and I'll go through her. Yeah. Nice. Good for you, Joe. Yes. It's always good to have first aid training, either mental or physical I guess. As we all know, Sean and Alana from the Down Under Cruises, they teach first aid. So I highly recommend everybody, if you get a chance, to take first aid. It's so sad. It's so sad when you see, like, on YouTube or TikTok, like that's where I spend a lot of my time, and you see videos like this video of the guy setting them. Graphic content here, guys. Warning. Weep, weep, weep.
Yeah.
So yeah, showing a guy in New York setting himself on fire, and somebody standing there with a camera recording it. Hello. Oh, like, the guy's gonna set himself on fire. Go try to at least try to save the guy. Yeah, it's his own fault for doing whatever it is, but humanly, your brain should be kicking in to say, look here, I'll do whatever I can. Obviously, somebody figured it out that put him down and smother him or get a fire extinguisher. But in that situation there, all you had to do is just throw a coat over top of him and smother the flame.
20 people just standing
so
there with
many
their cameras for 5 minutes though.
Sorry. There were so many people just standing around just looking like dumbfounded. And yes, I do understand a lot of people don't know how to deal with those kinds of things, be it mental health or regular first aid. I understand that. But this is where we as citizens, if you really care about humanity, take the time out and go learn it. It's not even a full day course. It's not hard to do first aid. And all it is just helping you to at least deal with a situation so the person doesn't, harm themselves or whatever. Ironically, 1 week after I took my very first time ever taking first aid, 1 week I actually had to help somebody deal with choking. I was walking along a street in Vancouver, one of the busiest streets in Vancouver, and walking by a restaurant, and this girl come out with this old guy, and he was turning purple like really quickly, and it's like, oh God. So I jumped in and I tried to do the Heimlich maneuver. Back then it was they were switching from Heimlich to going up on the back. There's two different ways of dealing with somebody choking. So I was doing Heimlich and nothing was working. It's like, oh my God, what can I do? And so there was I think you guys over in Australia would call them bollards or something. They're big steel posts for parking on the street. So we were at the right height, and I brought him over there and started, trying to get that. Nothing was coming out. So just as I was doing that, there was a surgeon couple coming by, and they said, "Hey guys, we gotta do CPR on this guy, guys." And so I don't know if you don't know first aid, there's procedures that you need to follow. So they got me to do the head part, tilt his head back and stuff, and they started doing compressions and stuff like that. And just as they started, the ambulance pulled up, and then we had to explain, "Hey, this is what's going on," blah blah blah. Very overwhelming with what you had to do, but if I didn't know that at the time, the guy would have probably killed him. He probably would have died. When the ambulance pulled up, they said, oh, he's starting, and then we turned him over on his side, and he started to vomit and stuff like that, and they took him away. Never did find out what it was all about or anything. They took him away. But it's at least I took the time out of my busy day to care about another human being on that street and say, look, here, I'll do whatever I can, right? I might not be a doctor and figure out the problem or all that, but I took that time out. Fortunately, I needed first aid for my job, like you're saying, Joe. So it's always great to take both, mental health and the other, if you get a chance to do that. And I highly recommend it also is because of the stigma attached to mental health. A lot of people don't understand, a lot of mental health people out in the streets. In Vancouver, one of the most craziest downtowns in Canada is the downtown east side. And everybody are walking around like they're zombies and stuff like that. And everybody doesn't understand that world. I know it because I used to work in it, and I understand everything that's happening. There's a lot of mental health, but not every mental health person is violent, like I said in the trivia here. So if you don't want to deal with it, at least take it to understand what mental health first aid's all about and what mental health is and stuff. And that's why I commend you for wanting to do that, Joe. What will you do when you're standing on top of the building?
Spit.
What?
That's what he's saying.
Oh. Believe it or not, I actually, well, I'm not revealing where I worked and stuff, but there was a couple times where I had to respond to somebody that was going to jump off the 8th story of our building. It was an 8-story building, homeless shelter / halfway house for people getting out of prison and stuff. And the 8th floor, yeah, somebody was standing on the 8th floor, standing on the railing, ready to jump. They had all the officers, and there was a couple times that this happened. You just never know, man, and it's sad. But not everybody knows about it, and that's why another reason why I wanted to talk about stuff like that on this channel. Like, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get all this kinds of information out. There's so many ways I can say it, guys. I think the trivia part, I'm going to do more trivia in that sense. But I'm going to be doing more videos about mental health and stuff like that once I get settled and all that. But Dewey, what you will do when standing on top of the building, I have done that. I've thrown snowballs off the top of big buildings. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm actually going to call it a day. And Anna doesn't like it when I go too far. She's going to be happy. It's her day. I'm going to let you all go right now. Wow. Does that mean I'm going to get a nice treat later?
No.
Really? So I just wanted to share. Next week, we're going to be back to having another open panel. So, everybody's welcome. Come along. Everybody's welcome. Come along with me. The Treehouse. It was from the Treehouse. Look it up on the internet.
You're going to get a copyright.
No, not if you, as long as it's not over 10 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Or if there's noise going over top.
We go live every Saturday with the Cognitive Nomad Show at 2 p.m. Eastern or 11 a.m. Pacific. We want to thank you all for your love and support. We appreciate you all. Larry and Ananda from Cognitive Nomad. If you get any value out of what we are sharing here today, please consider giving us a thumbs up. This triggers the algorithm to share our content out to a larger audience and is greatly appreciated. Thank you for joining us. And until next time,
remember, you're not alone, guys. You're not alone. We're here. Have a great day, everyone. See you next Saturday. Thank you.
Show to begin, and I am hoping for a draw and not for a win, but this might be a no.